Welcome to Weekend 101. I'm Haji and this is my co-host Sean. Hi Sean.
Hi Haji.
What's happening? What's been up in the news this week?
What's been happening in the news this week? The EFF walked out of parliamentary hearing again.
They're getting quite famous for that, hey? They walk out of a lot of things. Although I've heard, in my opinion, this time it was quite legitimate. They said that the hearing was contaminated by the ANC.
Right, because the committee is all ANC people.
Exactly. Yeah, the complainant is an ANC member, the witness is an ANC member, the judge is an ANC member. So I think they had valid reason to sort of storm.
That sounds valid. I mean, surely those committees should be made up of all the parties in Parliament.
Yeah, and I think if someone is deciding your fate, so to speak, you'd want it to be sort of objective and not. It's rather Game of Thronesy now, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so another EFF walkout, great. What else?
Then we have obviously the unfortunate shooting and death of Senzo. The thing that bugs me the most is how the media is completely draining that well of absolutely any and every content they can get from it, which is disturbing. Most of the headlines at this stage read Twitter reacts. So you've got things that say Twitter reacts to Kelly Khumalo's grieving, or Twitter reacts to Kelly Khumalo's not being able to go to the funeral. And I think that's cheap journalism, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just all too easy, and anyway, who cares about Kelly Khumalo?
Twitter.
Twitter cares about a lot of strange things.
And then next up, Sean, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a video that's gone viral people have posted and reposted this so many times, about an actress who actually spent 10 hours walking around New York City just to see what sort of reaction she would get. She gets catcalled, wolf whistles. One guy actually follows her around for about 5 minutes and makes, they suggestive comments and stuff, and she gets over 100 of these in approximately 10 hours.
Is that a lot?
I don't think so. I'm not saying that it's okay by any means, but I would have thought it would have, in 10 hours, she would have gotten much more.
I'd have thought so. If she was walking down the street in South Africa, she probably would have stopped about 200 taxis.
Yeah, and this is, the ultimate message is just, I think, to sort of communicate what it's like to be a woman out there, regular as you may be. You don't have to look a certain way or dress a certain way to garner this kind of inappropriate reaction from men.
And what's the reaction been like to the video? Are people?
Well, people are generally disgusted.
Are they sympathetic to her?
They are. Some are sympathetic, some are genuinely disgusted. Also, I think a good thing to mention is a lot of people who have shared it on my wall have been women. So how do we get men to be a part of this conversation?
Always a tricky one.
Yeah. There has been some reaction from men. There's recently been released like a spoof video on the very same thing. So he walks through the city for 10 hours and, well, just watch the clip.
Hey Harvard, want a network?
Hey, you look really desirable, but I'm going to respect your privacy.
Hey man, high five.
You gotta save your energy.
That's scary.
It is, Sean, but not as scary as Halloween. And I don't mean the actual holiday, I mean the surge of ridiculous costumes.
I don't know why South Africans celebrate Halloween, but I don't see why
One
shouldn't just go with a few blood stains and tooth marks.
Exactly. Instead of, a sexy Ebola costume. Have you seen this, Sean?
No.
Well,
how... and I don't want to see it.
Well, how women sort of, society has taught women that they need to be predisposed to being sexy maids or sexy nurses. And well, now they can be sexy Ebola workers. There's recently been a release of the sexy Ebola worker costume. And it's basically like a human condom, except sexier, I think.
I'm not getting this.
I'm
not getting it.
It's not great. I think it will be really big, though, when they eventually manage to make one for a cat, because dressing your cats up is all the rage.
No, dressing your cats up is wrong. Shouldn't be allowed. Halloween should be banned.
So should the Ebola costume.
Definitely.
That's it from us for Weekend 101. See you next week.